Hello, welcome to HAR Garage. I'm Henry, and this is my MGB. Now, over the last few months, I have been refurbishing this whole car. New sills, wings, everything, fixing all the rust, new frontline suspension parts, limit slip differential, lots and lots of stuff. But we're ready to start with the engine modifications. Now, I'll show you at the end of the video what engine's going to go in this car. I'm hoping it's going to triple, maybe even quadruple the power of this MGB, which will be really fun. But first, we're going to get the old engine out. And before that, we've got to get the old engine running and get it out of this, turn it around and back it into the garage so that I've got more room to work on the engine bay. To do that, I bought an engine hoist, leveler to get the engine out. So yeah, let's back the MG out, give it a wash because it's filthy, and I also want to be able to do the paintwork at some point as well. We'll back it into the garage and we'll crack on with removing the engine. So, unfortunately, the last time I kind of started this car, I used up all the fuel that was left. And to be honest, it's been on empty for months now and I've been moving it in and out of the garage. So, went to get some petrol. Now, obviously, this car is requires a lead supplement. However, I'm literally backing it out and backing it and then driving it back in again. So I'm sure for this brief moment, this engine won't mind not running on with any lead. There's 5 litres of fuel going in. And then yeah, we can try and see if it'll start. For the last time with its original engine, which is, yeah, I don't know, big moment, I suppose. I've still not figured out a good way of pouring fuel into a fuel tank without splashing it everywhere. That should be enough for now. Right, I've got my jumper back here. Which I think might be dead. I don't think this has got any power to it. It has not got any power. Let me see if the battery's got anything in it. No. That's not a good start, is it? Right, things don't always go to plan, do they? So I need to wait for my battery charger to charge, or my jump pack to charge. So whilst I do that, let's not waste the time. I'll build my engine hoist, which is a Clark one from Machine Mart in the UK. So yeah, let me quickly put this together, hopefully quickly. Then maybe the charger will have enough charge to leave it out. If not, we'll see if we can clean the car here. Give it a bit more time as well. So that's the plan, we'll get going with it. Well, there you go. One engine hoist, fully assembled, with a load sling adjuster, or leveler, or whatever you want to call it, so that we can get the engine out with the gearbox still on and kind of, yeah, maneuver it out of the way. Okay, next is to wash the car, really. It's going to be hard to get down this side because there's not much room, but we'll try our best. Give it a little wash, and then hopefully the battery charger's charged enough to start the car. It's going to be a little bit of bitty stuff before I can get properly into it, just because I need to organise myself, really. So, obviously, I've built that now, so that's good. Then we can, yeah, wash this, because I'm going to do some of the polishing and stuff in between fitting the engine. So I want it clean when it's in the garage, because it's got a load of dust on it now from being underneath the carport for a month or so. So, hence why I need to give it a quick wash. Nothing too serious, just a sponge and a bucket of soapy water. Right, that's clean enough for me now, so let's go inside, or I will go inside, find my charger again. Hopefully it's got at least one little dot of charge or whatever, and we will see if we can start this MGB up, reverse it out, and bring it back in, so we can get access to the engine bay properly. So yeah, let's do that. Right, my jump pack is still dead, which is annoying, so we're going to attempt to use the mighty Jaguar XJR start it up. So I'll back the Jag in and we'll see if that works. This might be a bit noisy. I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to hear. The Jag's not a it's not a quiet car. I might have modified the exhaust slightly. Not really made for Mgb'S now. Let's see if we can get this to start now. Yes. Bear in mind I've run it completely dry fuel, so it needs to get fuel to the engine. Ah dear. Can't actually hear a fuel pump. I wonder whether I've knocked it when I've done the axle. Have I started it since then? It's not even trying, is it? Let me just see if the fuel pumps are alright. I'm going to put the ignition on. No fuel pump. Aha! We have no fuel pump. It's got bad ground, so let me just sort that out. So you can see the fuel pump there. You can see the grounds off it. Now, before I'd sprayed any of my under seal, it probably still had ground there, without me realising. But obviously now, it's not anymore. So clean up that and then tighten it down. And hopefully we'll be able to get it started. Right, I just heard the fuel pump clicking down there. So that ground is now better again. So hopefully there's fuel up to the carburetors now. So let's try and get it started. Oh, it's a lesson to keep things on trickle charge, isn't it? I always forget. I'm always too concentrated in what I'm doing. Let's see if it sparks into life now then. Simple, eh? Right then, this MG is quite a lot louder now. I've cut the silencer off, isn't it? Let's get the jag out of the way, back this out, reverse it back in like the original plan was. Weird, isn't it? I know I'm going to be improving this car, but I almost feel like I'm taking away its soul by taking away its engine. Now, people will not, non-car people will not understand that when you're a car person, you associate the car as a living entity, living, breathing, part of your life, part of your family. So to rip out its heart and transplant a new heart, it seems extreme, doesn't it? But I still think it's worthwhile doing. It's just when you see it running like this, you just think, do I need that extra 200 horsepower? I mean, yeah, come on, we do. Right, let's start digging into taking apart this engine. Yeah, this is the last time you'll hear this car running with a B-Series engine. Right, so we need to start off by draining the oil and the coolant out of the engine. So I've got like an IKEA style kind of slimline storage box thing that I'm going to use to collect the coolant in and try and avoid making a mess as much as possible. Now there is a little tap in the bottom of the radiator. They're normally clogged, but we'll try that first. If not, we'll just have to yank off the bottom hose. So I want to jack the car up a little bit, put some axle stand underneath the chassis rails at the front of the car, just so I can get access to the drain point to drain the oil and to the underneath the radiator. I'll probably drop the car back down again once I come to actually remove the engine and stuff. But I'll take you through it kind of as step by step as I can. So yeah, start off by doing that. The oil drain on the engine is really tight. I can't get it off with a breaker bar. I'm going to charge up the compressor and just stacker it off, hopefully anyway, so we can drain all this oil out. Just a theory, but I reckon someone might have tightened it up a little bit too much. The copper's actually in. Never mind, it's off. Right then, now that oil and coolant is draining out, I don't think that we've definitely not got all the coolant out, so I don't know if that is blocked up, that little valve. So I'm going to start off by undoing the bottom hose for the radiator. Yeah, I'm going to just start undoing things and kind of going at it, and I'll explain what I've done afterwards. So what I've just done is undo this, undo it down there, undo that. And I should have realised this, but I started to undo that and obviously it started to leak water. And that's why the water wasn't all the way through, because the heater valve was shut. So anything up there, etc., was still in the engine. So I went in the car and opened this all the way, and just to let anything out. And then I'll take this off. And then I'll obviously have to disconnect all this and label it up as heater valve. So yeah, take it along. All right then, good progress is being made. I've got the rad pack off, if you like, the radiator and the supporting bracket. All the water and everything's drained out now. I had to cut the grommets that hold the oil cooler lines. They were perished anyway, so I was going to need new ones if I run an oil cooler on the new engine, which I'm not sure I will yet or not. I've disconnected the alternator, disconnected the coil from the distributor, which I'll show you now. Alternator fits in with like a little clip there. It's got a clip that just hooks over that bit there. You just prise it off with a screwdriver. Positive and negative from the coil to the distributor, and then the main HT lead from the distributor is also out. I need to undo and remove this water temperature sensor that goes to the gauge, and this oil, that's for water, obviously, coolant. That's the oil pressure gauge there, I think. So I need to undo that. And then it'll be getting underneath the car, disconnecting the prop shaft, undoing the bolts from the gearbox and stuff. Fuel lines as well I need to remove. Now, the sensible way to remove this engine would be to take the bonnet off, remove the carburetors and everything. I'm hoping not to have to do that. I want to just, although to be fair, I might have to do that because on a B-series engine, you can't get the exhaust manifold off without taking the intake manifold off, can you? So yeah, I might have to take the carburetors off. I didn't think about that. I should probably crack on with that then, shouldn't I? All right then, carburetors off next, throttle linkage and all that type of stuff off with them. Then we can undo the exhaust manifold, move that out of the way. Probably drop the exhaust from underneath the car as well. See if we can get the whole lot out. So yeah, lots of stuff to do. Right then, the intake manifold is off, and the exhaust manifold is loose on the manifold studs. So I need to undo the bolts from underneath that hold the manifold into like the center section, kind of the upswept bit that goes underneath the car, of the exhaust. I'm going to have to remove my oil drain and all that type of stuff to do that, so I can crawl under the car and undo those bolts. Now, I'm not going to show you doing that because it's too hard to film, but I'm going to go for it. If I have any issues, I'll tell you what my issues are. So you join me under the car. So I've managed to get that one off. Got like a little clamp there that's fallen down the exhaust, obviously. This one has a bolt just there that I can't get to in the socket, so I'm going to try with the spanner, but that's the only issue I'm having really. I'm going to have to undo this bracket here, and whatever else holds the exhaust on I can sort out a bit later. Yeah, I'll undo that bracket because that'll stop me moving the engine. But yeah, I'm going to try and get a spanner in there and do it the hard way. Right, that exhaust is, well, disconnected. I ended up getting the spanner, I couldn't get it in anywhere, so I ended up getting a smaller socket set with a smaller extender on, and that just fit in when I kind of prized the exhaust off the manifold a little bit, off the engine. Gave me enough of a gap, so there you go. The exhaust is hanging now down on the floor, as you can see there, so it's no longer connected to the car, so it's not causing me an issue. I probably will, there's only one hanger holding it on. Obviously I cut the silencer off, so I probably will just quickly disconnect that and pull the whole exhaust out. Yeah, and then we got to figure out what's next. I don't think there's much now holding it in. Ground strap, oil pressure line there. Other than that, I think we're pretty much there, ready to kind of figure out how this engine hoist works and stuff. Obviously, I've still got to disconnect the prop shaft and the gearbox mount and stuff, but yeah. Right, I've disconnected that exhaust from the back now, so I'm hoping I can just pull it out like so. Now you can see, if you were watching a previous episode, I was telling you it was all welded. That's why I had to cut the silencer off. I'm starting to get a proper parts collection here, aren't I? Right, that's the exhaust done. I think I might do the prop shaft and the gearbox next. Right, from what I can tell, those two bolts there need to come out. As you can also tell, it's very difficult to get on here. I've looked at that. I might drain the oil out of the gearbox as well. Might save a mess, mightn't it? And then, I don't know if you can see through there, that's the prop shaft. So I think I need to disconnect those 4 bolts holding that on as well. I might need to be able to rotate the rear diff then to get at all the bolts, but we'll see. Again, as you can imagine, this is almost impossible to film, so I'm just going to get on with it. Right, unfortunately all 3 of my microphones have run out of battery. That's good. I was kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Forgot that I need to take this off, so there's obviously 4 Phillips heads here, and then there's some 1/2 inch bolts holding the actual lever in. I also need to disconnect the overdrive wire that goes, I think I might be able to get it from here, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll just quickly do that. I'm really hoping I can get my new gearbox in the right place so that I can use this original hole. I was going to do the interior next, and I thought, well, what about if I need to cut things or move things or whatever? Some people might remember from a previous video I said I was going to leave the engine and drive the car a bit in summer, but I just thought I don't want to do the interior to then wreck it again by having to cut it up and things. So I will be taking all of this carpet and stuff out because I have got new carpet, but at the moment it's not my top priority to do. I'd rather get the engine out and start cleaning up the engine bay and stuff. Because I'm going to paint the engine bay once I've test fitted the engine and things, and we've made mounts and stuff. So yeah, just obviously the engine needs the expensive bits, and that's why I was kind of putting it off so I could save a little bit of money up. But I have got an engine, I have got a gearbox. Gearbox isn't ideal, it's not the one I wanted to use really, but for cost's sake it's going to have to do. Now, I will show you what the engine and gearbox is at some point in this video. So that's that little retaining ring there. So we've got this little rubber gaiter that I think, well, it definitely hasn't been off this car in a while. Again, I'm getting new carpets. Okay, 3 little 1/2-inch bolts holding it on. I might need to get the overdrive cable from underneath. And the speedo cable as well, actually, I need to remove. As well as the clutch slave cylinder will be in the side of the engine as well. Engine? Gearbox. I'm hoping I can, well no, I'm not going to be able to reuse this. I'm hoping I can maybe find one similar. If anyone knows or can make one or 3D print one, let me know. Oh, that's the last bolt. There we go. Gear lever out. Very dirty gear lever. No wonder the gear changes were a little bit sloppy. Definitely can't get my hand in to do anything else down there. Right, I'll go underneath the car and disconnect those other cables, and I'll drain the oil from the gearbox as well. I think I've aged about 20 years in this process. So we're underneath the car. You can see the wires there for the overdrive. There's some more cables and stuff I'm going to have to disconnect. There's that master cylinder, oh sorry, slave cylinder there. I need to disconnect, so I'm going to drain the oil from there. And I think that's the speedo cable. Whenever it happens, it needs to be disconnected. Those are the bolts that I took out before that hold the gearbox to the cross member. Now, that's the prop shaft. Now, it does have a yoke there. I don't actually know if I need to undo these bolts or whether it'll just pull out of that yoke. I suppose we'll find out. Because if I don't need to do them, I won't. Because it'll be easier. I'll have to jack the back of the car up to rotate it. So I'll try and figure out what all of these are and try and remove everything from the gearbox. So I've undone the slave cylinder and just let it loose there. Just did the pin and the thingy from there. That was the easiest way to do it, I thought, rather than undo that hose and get more fluid on the floor. So now the starter motor, I need to take that bolt out and all the wires off. And then we'll sort out the rest of the gearbox. I've drained the oil now, so yeah. Note to self, disconnect the battery before you try and remove wires from the starter motor. That hurt. Right, that's the speedo cable there. There was a little bracket, a little bolt holding it on, like that. And now I've got to try and undo it. I've got some turns on it with the pliers. Just trying to get some more. It's obviously in an incredibly difficult place. And then I'm going to try and get those wires off there. And that's for the overdrive, which is there. So yeah, I'll keep at it. Whew. Filthy. That car is filthy. It's had some major oil leaks over the years, obviously. The whole of the underneath is caked. It's probably saved it from rusting, to be honest, but still, not the nicest to work on. The speedo cable's out. You saw, there was a twisted, really fine thread on them. You know, a lot of turning to get it out. I've unplugged the overdrive. That's just on top of the overdrive unit. There's just some plugs there that you pull out. Disconnect the starter motor. Drain the gearbox of oil. Remove the exhaust, manifolds, everything. So, it's just that oil pressure gauge line, which I'll quickly whip off. And then, you should be able to undo the engine mounts and start thinking about where we're going to connect our chains to and stuff to pull it out. I need to do a little bit of research for that. But yeah, bear with me. I'll just undo that oil line. And I think that's it. Right, there's two more things to disconnect. This temperature sensor and this here, which obviously operates your heater for your car. I need to undo them and remove them. And they're the last things, I think, that are holding this, well, that are connecting the car to the engine. I think we're good. I don't know about the prop shaft. I've seen some people do it where they take the prop shaft out or unbolt it from the, what do we call it, the gearbox. I'm just wondering whether that yoke just splits apart. If it doesn't, we'll keep a close eye on it, and if it starts pulling the prop shaft or anything, I'll get underneath it and I'll start undoing it. So I've got Tom here. He's just turned up.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to remove these nuts from the rocker cover, and we're going to take that off and lift the engine from those two studs there. We might replace them for bolts. We're not too sure yet. We're going to have a look when it comes to it, what's underneath here. When we lift it off, and we'll soon see. Yeah, so that's the little coolant line. And then we need to undo these two here and pull the rocker cover off. So I'll get you on the stand so you can see it. Yep. Watch where they're going underneath the wheel. Oh, 2 secs, mate. Yeah, let's go a bit further. Stop though, because I need to put just need to put the bonnet up a little bit, and then we should be good. Right, so progress is being made quite quickly now, which is good. Yeah, it's because Tom's... I'm not procrastinating.
We've had this done by now, this car, we've had a bit to start.
There you go. Right, so we've got this engine crane taking the weight now. We've used the studs underneath the rocker cover that hold the rocker shaft on, if you like. So we've got, it's load bearing now, which is good. So now we can undo these engine mounts. So we'll start undoing them, and then hopefully we can start pulling it out, and we'll see what happens with that prop shaft, whether it comes out or not. Did you say, Tom?
Yeah, sounds good. See what happens.
It's great, this. Let's get to watch now.
I've got the nut off, I'm just trying to get the bolt out.
That very, very bottom one is...
It might come as you pull it, to be honest, as you lift it.
So you've got the nut off?
Yeah, the nut's off.
Oh, right, okay.
It's just, I'm just let me just have a go before we give up.
It'll be the one thing that keeps us from lifting it out, won't it? Guaranteed.
I think because that'll vary the load at the moment. I think if you, do you know what I mean? I think as you start to, well, we'll do the other side first. But I've got the nut off it, that's the main thing.
So there's the final bolt is down there. It's still in. You can see it down there. But it won't come out because I think it's got some load of the engine on it at the moment. So we will, hopefully that comes out as we lift the engine up. Yeah. Tom's just trying to undo these bolts for the alternator, or underneath the alternator, which is the other engine mount. While he's doing that, I'm going to try and get this exhaust manifold off.
Yeah, we just need the half-inch spanner on the back of it.
You got it?
Nearly. There you go, hold that. Oh, yes. One down.
Got it, yeah?
Yeah.
We take the spanner away.
Leave it on.
Leave it on.
Right, now you can take it off.
Sound right. Next one.
That bolt, it's out. One more bolt.
We got the very bottom one to go. We had to take the oil cooler line off. So now there's oil everywhere, which is great. So now we need to get the very, very bottom.
It might be better getting that from.
Oh,
Give me that spanner. Yes. Oh god, that's gonna slip. That, you know. Just watch this wood here.
that's why I put this one in as well.
Have you? Oh, so. Oh, it's coming. My hand is absolutely covered in oil, but it's coming.
Welcome to classic car ownership, mate. Wasn't quite the same as when we took your Triumph engine out with the tractor, is it?
No. That was easier.
It was, yeah. Bit more room in the Spitfire, isn't there? You lift the whole front up, don't you? Oh, yes.
It's dead satisfying when you're really open bolt and then it just starts loosening off. You can get anything.
Got it.
This one's come out as well. I felt the engine drop a little bit.
Oh, happy days, okay.
Right. Let me get the spanner out.
Right. Well done, Tom.
Yeah. Give me that rack.
Right then, next step, let's try and lift it up. I think when we lift that up, I think it looks
basically flush and all that. Like, it's really out.
Well, let's just try and lift it and see what happens.
Yeah, it's there.
Lift it a little bit now.
Go on then.
What, your hands aren't.
I'll do that.
What's that?
Gonna scrape that across.
Oh. Well, you didn't, right? Because it's a fresh paint.
That's what I mean.
So it looks like it's already been done now. You keep hold of that.
Yeah, right, just lift it. Let you see.
Could do it somewhere better to put those pieces of wood, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Right, so we go.
Oh, it's going.
Nearly.
It was literally nearly out. It's out.
We're just going to have it with one of them.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll deal with it. Is it out, yeah?
It's, that bolt's out, yeah.
It's out. You going?
Okay, so that's hitting the top of the thingy housing now. So we should be able to move it this way. Do you want to just look under the car and just see if the prop shaft's going to come with it? All right, I'll pull back whilst you prise then. 2 secs.
One side at the prize point, right?
You ready?
Right. Well, oh. Go on. Go on. Keep going. Just keep wiggling. I'm trying to work out what's stopping it. Just keep wiggling it.
I think we need to take this prop shaft out, mate.
Just keep going. Ah, right. Well, I can see one thing that's going to stop it.
Oh, don't.
So, and it's quite a big thing.
Do I need to jack the back of the gearbox up?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly that.
Thought that might happen.
So you've got your gearbox, and then is this the overdrive unit?
Yeah.
So this overdrive unit sits behind like 2 lugs on your chassis.
Yeah.
Now, as you're pulling, then your overdrive unit just pulling into them lugs which are welded fixed, so you just got no chance. So that overdrive unit needs jacking up. We had to do this with Fire ones, remember?
Yes, I think you're right.
I remember doing it. We had to jack the back up and pull it at the same time. Go on, put it in.
The thing we could do is remove that whole cross member.
No, I'll have to take the jack out and get it from the side. I can't get anything on this, do you know what I mean? I've got no force to put down on it, if you know what I mean, because of the angle of it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm pushing that. 3, 2, 1. That's it. And again, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
No, we were lifting the whole car, didn't we?
Oh,
Okay, so I think this. I see some bolts holding
yeah,
this gearbox in.
something's not right there. Defo, something's not right. Aha! I can feel a bolt.
That's actually holding it to the car.
Aha.
Go on, what have you found?
So, I think there's a bolt here, and there's one, must be one on the other side, somewhere here. Yeah, there is. There's 2 there.
Well, the problem is,
And that is holding it to the chassis there. So them two bolts need to come out, because when we're jacking it up, we're just lifting the whole car up because of them bolts. You see it there?
Yeah, but I haven't done these two, look. See these two here?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you feel the chassis, that's welded.
Well, we should have found that earlier, shouldn't we?
Well, you should have found that. You're the one.
You're the expert.
Right, let's get the little socket, the little ratchet.
The little ratchet might do it, with just the little one on it.
That's what I mean.
Right, we're going to undo these bolts there, and I'll get back to you in a sec. So, we've got that off. But Tom's found a nest of the last creature.
Look at that.
There's one little mouse in there. Right, we're finally off. That was such a pain.
That was an awkward one, yeah.
This is how we've been lying for the last hour. There's a nest.
There's a nest in it. Right, I'll bring this out.
Okay, right, we need to jack that up now, don't we? But we can jack it up on the gearbox housing itself with that block of wood. Jack it up so that the prop shaft clears this.
Yes, yeah. So you want it there, don't you? Oh, you want the gearbox housing, so
yeah, that's the strength there. So
you need to turn the jack, because it's no good, the jack that way, because you can't get to it.
Yeah, but it has to go that way, mate, because it has to pull out with the engine.
Oh, of course, yeah, you're right.
To be honest, it literally needs to last a few seconds on it. Just needs to get us over that. The prop shaft is pulling out, isn't it?
I think so.
Should we just go on the overdrive? It's not going to spill the whole weight of the
make it easier.
It's not designed for... Like,
okay, I'm going to go everyone.
Ah! There we go, wild Tom. Absolute vibes. Right.
Ready?
This is the most abstract filming I've ever done.
Right. Bit more that way. There we go.
Okay, stop. Right, now get it.
Right. Yeah, how's that? Yeah?
Right, now go up.
Ready?
Yep. There we go, that's in the centre point. Right, stop there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to the front of the car now.
Yeah.
And try and push it. You hold that there, okay? Oh. Right, you ready?
Yeah, just be careful so don't the cars fall on me.
I've got force on that now, so you should be able to push it.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just slipping with the jack. I need a bit more pressure on it.
Okay, jack it.
Right, go now.
Does the prop shaft need to come out? Is that what it is?
No, just keep doing what you're doing.
So we've ended up having to put this underneath differential, so we can lift the wheels off and turn it, because we do need to take the prop shaft out.
I can see the prop shaft from here, so if you want to turn the wheel, I'll tell you.
To go 180, yeah?
Yeah, go on. I'm watching it. Keep going. Keep going. Ooh. A little tiny bit more. Stop there. There you go.
Okay, slowly lower it down there.
You might as well bloody left it up.
No, I don't want to be underneath the car when it's just that on the diff. We can leave that there though, can't we? Yeah. Right, I'll just show everyone what we're kind of doing. Now you can see I can get to those bottom two nuts now. Now, as soon as I get those, Tom's come with his searchlight. Get those two nuts out, and then it should go then. I thought it would pull out of that little slip joint there, but it doesn't. There's obviously a locking ring or something holding it in. So yeah, quickly undo those, and then we should be pulling the engine and gearbox out finally. What a pain in the arse. We've got the crossmember out. We've undone the prop shaft. The prop shaft had a bolt that's stuck in, so we had to lift the prop shaft up, the whole gearbox up, so we could get that stuck bolt out. But there shouldn't be anything holding this engine in place now. Tom's now on the floor. He's got his hand on a jack down there. I'm going to pull, and hopefully now the gearbox comes with the engine and starts to move backwards. So, you ready?
Go on then. Keep going.
Something's stopping it.
I told you. Hey.
What's stopping it?
No, go on, keep going.
No, 2 seconds. Let me just have a look. So there's something further up.
Front stopping it. Is it because it's captured?
Ah, is it the front cross member?
Yeah, because it's captured on the front one.
Do I need to lift it up a bit?
You need to jack up more, yeah. I might need to drop this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you stay there for a minute.
All right, go on.
Right, so I need to try and jack this now.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, it's coming.
Go on. It's coming at the back. Nothing's stopping it here. Yeah, that's coming nicely. Trying to keep it under the jack. Keep going. It's gonna clip. Oh.
Something stopped it then.
So the gearbox, the back of the gearbox is hitting the cross member now.
Okay.
I don't know whether this might need jacking a bit more. Give me a sec. Yeah, right, you're all right now.
Okay.
So you're okay here now.
Something else is stopping it.
Something else is stopping it.
Yeah, I just don't hear that clunk then.
It's cleared at the back now, so it's nothing here.
It's caught, mate. It's underneath the engine mount. So the actual engine is twisted to the right and got itself underneath the engine mount. So I'm going to have to come down again.
Yeah, go on.
Right, you ready?
Well, yeah, it's gone out.
Do I not need it now? Or do we need it because
I
it's...
don't know what you do. It's pretty much cleared this out.
Okay, I'll just try and jack it. I need to like keep the engine to one side whilst we jack it because it's... Right, I need you to hold the engine, mate, actually. I need you to hold this engine. I'll show you what I mean, because you'll... So you see the side of the engine there? It's caught on the underneath of the engine mount, so I need the whole engine to go...
Coming that way.
Yeah.
It's just... See what I mean? It's just not going to go. If it's that, so that engine won't drop anymore.
No, but what we can do...
Can we go back with it?
No, we can angle it. So we can...
Yeah, we could do doing that, yeah.
It's on the cross member at the front, that's why. So it needs to go back again, doesn't it? It needs to go into the car.
We need to come more up like that way, don't we? So you need to push this. You need to push this back in.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. I didn't come past that.
Get that in there like that. Something is stopping it. It's the
Oh yeah, God,
it's the starter motor on the steering rack, mate. So we need to lift it up, but then so we need to go as far back in as we can to then lift it up whilst it's further inside the car. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let's push it as much as we can that way. Okay, so now that's pushed.
Yeah, that's it. Right. Oh, yeah, me have it then. There you go. Right, lift it now. Can you lift it? Go on. Go on. There you go. It's gone. Stole it there a minute.
Yep.
Right. I'm conscious of these.
I know. Same.
Look like they're going to snap. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, keep it going that way. And then... Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So that'll do, isn't it?
Yeah, you just start lifting it now.
So
there's nothing underneath stopping it, is there?
It's just that steering rack, mate. It's bending my steering column.
Is it?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
On the steering column there, it's touching the frame now. And I've only just fitted that.
Right.
Something else is stopping it. It's that steering column, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah. Shit.
It needs to drop it down. It needs to go back into the engine bay again.
Come on, drop it. There you go. Let me push that, and you might lift that now, quick. Wait on that.
I can't lift it because we're on the valance again.
It's cleared it this side now. Go on. Go. Keep it going. You're off the steering rack now.
Christ.
It's coming.
Right, let's just stop. Right, let me just try the steering rack, mate. I just want to try the steering. Is that hitting the frame now? Not? Is it bent or is it fine?
Keep going. Absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with it.
Thank Christ for that.
It's always been resting against that, hasn't it?
What's that?
It's always been resting against that, hasn't it? Yeah.
No, it should be a gap, which there is just.
Go on, spin it again.
That was lucky, wasn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ, what a pain that is. So it's stuck on this engine mount on the right, on the passenger side, and then the starter motor was hitting the steering rack. So if you're going to do this at home, either take the starter motor out or the steering rack off. Wow, we have got it. It's kind of free in the car now, but now we need to try and somehow get it out and lift it high enough. We might have to lower the car down at some point. Yeah, we're just going to keep on at this now. So I'll put you on a time lapse and you can just kind of see us try and extract it from the engine bay. Right, so we've got it out after some struggling and pulling a wire nearly out. So we're just using this lever now just to
Keep it level.
basically lift the back of the gearbox up, because obviously the weight's over the back, so it's not central. I'm trying to do that, and you can see it just nearly clearing the cross member there, or the brace there. Okay, that's white on the thingy end of it. So
Come back with that now.
yeah.
Go on. Go on. Oh, we've hit this. Of course we have. Yeah, let me spin it. Let me spin it and we'll lower it. Just watch that back end of that, the gearbox. Got it. Oh, something's falling out.
One empty MGB engine bay. I don't know if that engine's ever been out now. What a day. Engine running at 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning. Engine running in the car. 7 o'clock at night. Engine out. I don't think that's too bad. And we had a lot of issues in the way, like that we didn't know, because obviously I've never done this before. Probably should have read up on how to do it rather than just winging it, but I sometimes think it's better just to wing it. It's a bit more fun. Until your prop shaft, you realise you need to disconnect. The gearbox mounts, you realise, are a pain. But we've done it. We have done it. And hopefully when I install the new one, I can install it to make it easier for stuff like this. I will be back in the morning. I'm going to clean up the engine bay a little bit, and I'm going to sort out all these parts and stuff, and I'm going to show you the new engine that's going in there. So you're going to want to watch that. It's a special one. So yeah, I will see you bright and early in the morning. You can't see me, can you? I'll see you bright and early in the morning to finish up this episode, clean up all the engine bay, and yeah, sort everything out. So see you then. Good morning. What a major day we had yesterday. One day to take the engine out. Really happy with that. It's a gorgeous day today. Today I just want to sort the garage out, clean the engine bay up a bit, and I'll show you what's underneath this tarpaulin. And what's in all my other boxes and stuff, to hopefully be able to install this new engine in. So yeah, I'm just going to get going with kind of organising things, because we kind of worked till quite late yesterday. We kind of ended up just throwing bolts everywhere and just trying to get it done. So I need to go through everything and kind of see where everything is and stuff. I didn't do any of the labelling that I said I was going to do. So yeah, I need to just try and have a major sort out so I can understand exactly what we did, and try and figure out how to organise it. Yeah. So I'll crack on with that, and I'll get back to you in a minute with the results of it. Right then, I've sorted my parts and things out the best I can, which is good. I've pulled the MG out the garage a bit so that I can start cleaning the engine bay. The garage was an absolute mess. Don't know what me and Tom did last night, but I think we just wanted to get it done in the end, so we just threw everything everywhere. But it's done now. It's cleared up. I've put things in bags and organised them the best I can. I've rebuilt the carburetors, put bolts on the end of the exhaust manifold, and everything I could put back, I've put back. So whoever gets the engine next should have everything they need to pop it straight in, so that's good. So yeah, now I need to sort this engine bay out. You can see it's very grimy and dirty and stuff in here. So the reason why I pulled it out the garage is I think I'm going to soak it in degreaser and get the jet wash out, snow foam and jet wash and everything, and just try and blast it all and then get in there and scrub things. It shouldn't matter about all this wiring and stuff, because by the time I actually need any of it, I mean, it's filthy and sticky and messy and whatever. By the time I actually need any of it, it will have dried out. So yeah, I'm going to get on with kind of just cleaning it up as best I can. Right then, that engine bay loads better now. I'm going to let that dry off a little bit. I still need to remove lots of wires and lots of hoses and things that I don't need, but I'm not ready to go through that yet. I need to figure out what I need and what I don't. I've never done an engine change before, so I need to do lots of research and things on it to decide what I need to do. I'll show you the engine bay. It's a lot cleaner. Everything, I'm going to try and strip out as much as possible to paint it. Because I need to get in there and clean everything, otherwise it just won't stick and it won't look very good. So I do need to remove as much as possible, but that's for another day. You can see some of the oil is still there, but it should come off quite easily, that, as I've just proved. So yeah, at least it's nice and clean to work on anyway, to start removing things and stuff. So next, I'm going to show you what's under this tarpaulin. Right, the time has come. I'll start on doing it. Now, it took me a long time to decide what to do engine-wise on this car, because obviously I could have kept the B-Series engine, had it all redone, turn it into a fast road, put some cams in it, maybe even supercharge it. But for what I want this car to do, it would have never achieved that. It would never have been a reliable car that's got modern underpinnings that you can just take out and use whenever you want. And that's what I wanted. And I wanted it to be fast. I wanted to be able to take it on the track or do hill climbs or whatever. So hopefully this engine will do that. And I won't even need to modify it too much. The engine, I won't need to modify too much to make that happen, because when it's standard, it produces plenty of power anyway. Can you tell what it is yet? In the comments, let me know at what timestamp you figured out what this engine was. Why do they use so much rope on this? One thing is, I think I need to get this somewhere a bit drier than underneath some tarpaulin, because it looks worse than when I wrapped it up. Yeah, my wrap job obviously wasn't great. Isn't that amazing how quickly that's deteriorated? Luckily there's tape in the cylinders, so in the intake, so none of that's got anywhere, but wow, it's got some, what's it called, an aluminium? goes all white. Oh. So unfortunately, it's looking a little bit worse for wear compared to when I wrapped it up. It's oxidized or something. It's obviously got a lot of moisture in here over winter. I mean, it's had snow on it and all sorts, so that's not great. But it's a AJ30 Jaguar V6. So it's the same engine that would have been in an S-Type Jaguar, the 3-litre V6. Now, standard, it produces 240 horsepower, and they're famous for Rocketeer using them in the MX-5 conversions. And my brain kind of thought, well, if we use MX-5 engines in MGs, and they use 3 litres to update MX-5s, then why can't I just update an MG with a 3-litre V6? Now, I've seen it done once before, or a couple of times before, actually. There's a page on Facebook for the AJ30 conversions and stuff. But hopefully I can take you guys through exactly the process of putting this engine in the car. I've never done it before. I've never done an engine change before. I don't know what's involved apart from what I've seen on YouTube. So yeah. Now, gearbox wise, this is the manual gearbox from an S-Type Jag. It's quite rare. It's a 5-speed manual mated to this 3-litre V6. Now, gear ratios on this gearbox are completely wrong for the rear axle on the MGB. It means that you'll be doing about 3,000 RPM to go about 50 miles an hour in 5th gear, which is not great. Now, you can change that by putting the MGC rear differential gear on it, or I can put an MX-5 gearbox on this, and that might be the option. I've not decided yet, or an RX-8 gearbox. This is obviously the cheapest way to do it because I've got it, and it means no change to any of the clutch mechanism or flywheel or the clutch plates itself. It can all stay S-type. So this would be the easier way to do it, but they're not known for having a particularly good gear change. Quite a long throw. The MX-5 gearbox is much nicer. So yeah, this is going to go in that MGB. Should be exciting. Now you can see I've got several other parts. There's a sump on the car, which is looking quite corroded. I've got this one and that one. I've got a couple of intakes there and there. I've got that's a throttle body from an S-Type, I think, because it's a fly-by-wire one. There's lots of different choices I've got. It came with a prop shaft that's not going to fit, but I can maybe get adapted to fit. I've got some silencers, all the pipes, everything. It's even got the full service history of the engine. As I say, it was looking loads better last time, but it's looking terrible now, actually. Needs a full-on clean and sort out. I've also, I mean, you might have seen this box. This blue box under here, which I'm not going to get out right now, but that's got an Emerald K6 ECU, several wires and injectors and all sorts. Basically, this was going to go into a low-cost kit car, and it was in the car, all installed. And then something happened to the fella that owned the car. A scrapper ended up having the kit car, and I basically purchased everything from that kit car to go into the MGB. So I should, out of all this, be able to get some sort of solution to making it run. I should have most of the parts I need to do it. I'm obviously going to have to make some. I'm obviously going to engine mounts, etc. I'm obviously going to have to adapt wiring harnesses, make a new prop shaft, or get someone to make a new prop shaft. So there's still a hell of a lot of work involved, but I think we've got a really good starting point to do it. Now, this isn't going to be a quick process at all. I mean, I still need to go through everything and try and obviously now get all this corrosion off and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a slow process, but bear with me. I'm going to try my hardest to get it installed so that I can drive it this year at some point. Well, there you go then. You know the complete plan now for the MG. if I can pull it off, it's going to be an extremely exciting car. Done on a budget, but still an extremely exciting car. I've got the brakes, I've got the suspension and everything to match now from Frontline, and hopefully I can get this engine working. Now I've reached out to Rocketeer, see if they can help in any way, and I've reached out to Vitesse, who supply MX-5 gearbox conversions for Mgb'S, see if they can help out in any way. So we'll see whether I keep that S-Type gearbox or go for an MX-5 gearbox. I need to plan it properly. It all depends on cost, because at the moment I'm £2,000 into this engine and all these ancillary bits, so I don't really want to have to spend any more on it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, comment on it, and please subscribe to the channel. I know you're bored of me saying this, but most of you aren't subscribed, so I'd appreciate it if you would. And I might see you next week. We will see. It's going to be slightly more sporadic episodes from now on, because there's all these bits, the bits that just take a lot of time, basically. Unlike the kind of welding and stuff where you can just crack on, I could get an episode out every week. This is now into the like nitty gritty stuff where I'm going to have to trial fit things and put the engine in, out, shake it all about. So I will see you when I see you, but bear with me.